have a question or wish to report a possible violation of the company's code of conduct, please leave a message.
That's
Please
kind of a
speak
violation.
slowly and clearly so that we can fully understand you. You
Oh,
are
I
not
always
required
speak
to
that way.
identify yourself and can remain anonymous. Since we might need to contact you for additional information, leave your current telephone number, including area and or country code. And if you choose to identify
You
yourself,
probably
please
got my
tell
number.
only your first and surname.
It should pop up.
Every reasonable effort will be made to return your call within 2 to 3 business days. Thank you.
Hey guys, this is Russell E. Brevard. I don't actually work for you guys, but I got a bit of an issue with one of your products. Because I'm from Vermont and have an overactive bladder, and you know, some of my cousins, they kind of resent me for that, being from up north. You know, they're down there in Taxwahachie, and I live in my cousin's shed right now. It's kind of a confusing situation, but anyway, I got an issue with one of your products. I bought some of your Speed Stick Power Unscented Antiperspirant Deodorant. See, that's the thing. It says, I didn't see it says unscented, and I was kind of disappointed. I mean, because that's like half the fun of putting on deodorant. Like, I used to buy that lemon lime flavor, and I put that stuff on, I'd be like, oh man, that smells good, you know. And Steuben liked it too. We put it on Steuben. He doesn't even really have, we don't know for sure where we're supposed to put it on him, but we put it on there, and he smelled it too. He's like, that smells pretty good. I'll do it. I like it, you know. But I'm kind of disappointed. I think it's, since this is an ethics line, I think it's kind of unethical to sell deodorant that's unscented. I mean, that's kind of trickery right there. If you put that stuff on and you're smelling it, you're like, I don't smell nothing, you know. Like, that's weird, you know. It just takes all the fun out of it. And Steuben was so excited because he saw me come home from Walmart with a bag, and he's like, oh boy, no, deodorant day. And he liked to smell that lemon lime. And I'll tell you what, you can imagine the look of disappointment on his face. You can see like a frown turned upside down. I mean, he always had that look on his face, but I'll tell you what, I don't know. He was really disappointed. But my cousin Lurleen had just won a Miss Butter Queen pageant. I don't know. You guys probably heard about that. I think it was all over the front page. You guys probably heard about that. And she likes the lemon lime too. And she went to put it on because she was riding in that Cadillac in the parade, like waving, and she's like, I don't smell no lemon lime, you know. And then she calls me up. She's like, hey, Russell, what the hell, you know, I don't smell no lemon lime. And I was like, oh yeah, about that. It's unscented. Like, that's pretty unethical. But anyway, you guys, I don't know if you guys, have you guys ever been to Walmart? While I got you on the phone, have you ever, if ever you guys have been to Walmart, you know how they got them goldfish in the back? Like, did they feed those things or what? I mean, I've never seen nobody back there. They're like swimming around. And I'm like walking back there because I thought Steuben might be excited to have a new pet, you know, because he needs some companionship. Because sometimes I'm out in the shed and he can't be out in the shed, you know, because he's with, you know, a cousin. My cousin's like, I gotta watch over Steuben because he played that video game, you know, but he's out there. So I try to pick up a goldfish for him at Walmart, and I'll take that stuff. I'll go to the self-checkout, put that thing in the bag, you know, and I get home, and I give it to Steuben. He's looking at it, and I guess the fish had died. You can imagine the look of disappointment on his face, you know. He needs to express his you know, his emotions a little more. He always sit there with that little smile on his face. He's like, I'm still, I'm just happy to be here, you know. But sometimes he gets really sad and he can't express it. But he took that goldfish out of the bag, and you can imagine how sad he was. The look of disappointment on his face. See, he pulled it out of the bag and he's like, oh, you know, he's so excited, a new pet. And it's just like, and he was so sad.
Recording. To send this message, press pound or hang up. To play it, 3. Your message has been sent. If you would like to try an extension, you may do so now. Goodbye.
I kind of wanted to try an extension. Steven, how do you try extension? Hey, cuz, how do you try an extension? I think that, Miss Butter Princess over there knows how to try extensions. She has some of those, doesn't she? Hey, cuz ain't talking. He's still mad. He's still mad about that trip out to California. There was also an incident at the Toledo Zoo that he's kind of pissed off about, but we'll cover that later. You guys, well, I don't even know. I don't know if there's. Hey, cuz, you think there's? I don't think they're still there. I tried that extension. I don't know how to try an extension. Maybe if I press 8. That's not doing anything. Hey, cuz, I press 8. It ain't doing nothing. Which number do you think I should press? He ain't talking to me. Maybe if I press 7. 7. I think 7 is usually the one, like when you want to try an extension. But yeah, I don't know. I don't ever see anybody back there feeding those goldfish or anything, though. They're like in them tanks. Like, half the time I walk into Walmart, I don't even know if anybody works there. But they got that self-checkout where you just like, beep, beep, you know, you scan the stuff, you put it under there, and it scan it, and then you put it in the bag, and it's kind of like you're working there, kind of like that. Well, but, you know, I don't work at Walmart. I aspire to one day, but I have a hard time applying for jobs because I don't have a legitimate address, because I live in my cousin's shed, and they get confused, and they try to call me, and they're like, hey, you know, can you come in for this interview? And I'm like, well, you know, I live in my cousin's shed, and he doesn't like to come get me either when they call, you know, because he gets mad at me. He's still so mad about that trip out to California. But anyway, he likes to sit over there and play them dang video games. I don't know if I know you guys sell those at Walmart, but am I even talking to Walmart? Cause I don't even know. It always comes back to Walmart. Everything always comes back to Walmart. But he sits over there and plays them dang video games, like run over people. Like, man, video games are a lot different than when I was a kid. Like, when I was a kid, like, I think we could all agree that Space Invaders were bad. You know, they're coming down to Earth like, and trying to take over the planet. And we could all agree that you're supposed to blow them up. I mean, that makes sense, right, cuz? Cuz ain't talking to me, but now they got them games. Cuz is playing. He's like driving down the road, running over people. I'm like, dang, them ain't Space Invaders. I'm just like regular people out to have, you know, just enjoying themselves, walking down the beach and stuff, and you're trying to run them over. They're not Space Invaders. That's what I'm confused about. See, that's the problem with society today. People try to just run over people at the beach, and now he's throwing stuff. He just threw a bomb at a guy and blew him up. Like, what kind of message is that sending to the youth of America? I tell you what, you guys, have been really helpful. I wish I could have figured out how to use that extension. But anyway, if you guys could give me a call back at your earliest convenience. See, what I was thinking is, since I had this unscented deodorant, maybe I could send it back to you over there, wherever you guys are at. It looked like New York. Man, I didn't know you made Speed Stick in New York. But dang, I could probably send this back to you and maybe have you guys like inject some scent into it. Like, I don't know how you do it in the factory over there. You can take like a syringe and get some of that lemon lime flavor and stick it in there and inject it. Cause I remember we used to buy this stuff and it was like green too. It was almost like a candy pop or something. You like green, you scroll that thing up and it smelled like lemon lime. And Stephen was like, ooh, lemon lime, that tastes good, you know, and he would try to eat it, which I don't think you're supposed to do. But if you guys could take like a syringe and inject some of that lemon lime flavor into the deodorant and, you know, send it back to me, that would probably be the easiest way to handle this situation. I mean, that would make the most sense. So if you guys could get back to me at your earliest convenience. My name is Russell E. Brevard, and you can call me back. My number pops up. Sometimes my cousin will come get me, sometimes he won't, you know. Sometimes Steuben will be in there and the phone rings, you know, and he gets all excited. He's like, oh, it's the phone, you know, it's the phone for Uncle Russell. He gets all excited and he'll try to come get me. He'll like run and fly over the couch like, whee! And he tried to come get me back there, but he can't get out the door because that door's kind of tricky, you know. But anyway, you guys know what I'm talking about, right? Everybody experiences that kind of thing. That's the way. But anyway, you guys give me a call back at your earliest convenience. Thank you.